Yeah. Hey. Welcome to the big show, everybody. On a Wednesday, how are you? Streaming live on Facebook and YouTube and other places.
We'll do it live. Okay.
We always do.
No. We'll do it live.
That's take it easy, Billy. All right, so.
I want all of you to enjoy your cake. So, enjoy.
How do I feel today? I feel like this.
You've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
No, it doesn't. Apparently not.
I'm as mad as hell.
Unless you're a lesbian
and I'm
Indian.
not gonna take this anymore.
Welcome to the show. 833-599-6425. 833-599-6425. The phone number, dates real quick. You can get them at nickdip.com. This weekend, Friday and Saturday night, I'll be at Comics, Mohegan Sun, Uncasville, Connecticut. Saturday, November 17th, the Comedy Shop, Bud Lake, New Jersey. Friday, November 30th, and Saturday, December 1st, the Corner Comedy Club, Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. Saturday, December 22nd, the Comedy Works in Saratoga Springs. That's a brand new one. And then New Year's Eve, Monday, December 31st, Tarrytown Music Hall, Tarrytown, New York. Saturday, January 12th, Fairfield Theater, Fairfield, Connecticut. Saturday, January 19th, Bobby V's, Windsor Locks, Connecticut. Saturday, January 27th, at Ventura Harbor Comedy Club, Ventura, California. Friday, April 26th, the Steel Stacks, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. As far as the California trip, I'm texting back with Joe Rogan right now, back and forth. He's going to try to get me on like Friday morning. I think it's the 25th of January or 26th. I'm not sure. And then I'm going to line up gigs for that night, Saturday night, and Sunday I'm in Ventura at the Harbor Comedy Club. And then that Monday I'll be doing the Dave Rubin show out there, which is a huge show. I don't know when they're going to air it, but for you people who complain that I go out west, I'm coming out west. And, again, it all hinges on Rogan. He said he would open the studio at any time for me last time I was up there, so we shall see what's going on. Fat Black last night, great show, except for 3 drunk people just talking loud the whole fucking show. Years ago, I would have snapped and ruined the fucking show and polluted the room with all kinds of vitriol. I've learned in the last 5 years to calm it down a little bit. The whole show, just drunk, talking fucking loud. I call them out on it, and they think I'm an asshole, that type of shit. After the show, who comes up into the fucking green room, which is a little balcony? So 3 people, naturally, to fucking say how much they love me and blah, blah, blah. And this girl, one of the girls who was actually trying to listen, it was the other guy and girl that were fucking drunk. But this girl comes up and says, I'm her favorite comic, blah, blah, blah. She takes out her phone. She's got pictures of me, like 11 different shows she's come to see me. And these are and this is how they behave, the people that like you. So just to give you an idea what we fucking go through. It was, but it was good. It was a lot of people. I mentioned this show and got a nice round of applause in the room. And they definitely liked when I did my right-wing stuff. And it was pretty encouraging. And speaking of that, Comedy Central has a new show where comics go up now and do like 10 minutes of political, topical shit. And they're crying to have me do it. And I'm saying to Comedy Central, go fuck yourself. I've been around forever. You didn't put me on your record album. You didn't give me a fucking show like The Daily Show. Or you gave Jim Jeffries a fucking show. All this liberal horse shit. And now you need somebody for this show. Need somebody with the opposite point of view. Well, you know what? Tough fucking shit. That's what I say. You had tons of opportunity. Yeah, they were good to me, Comedy Central, back in the fucking mid-90s. And they keep bugging me. I keep getting messages and stuff. And you know what? Tough shit. And why am I going to go down? Again, this is taped in the Village in New York City. You can't get a more liberal crowd. Why do I want to go up on national TV and say fucking funny shit? And some of it will fly, but some of it won't. So, I've been around forever. This show should be on fucking national TV without the cursing or with the cursing. HBO show to any of you liberal fuckstains. So, you know what? I'm not doing it. Unless you call and triple the fucking money, and then I'll think about it. Yeah, I'm not in a good mood. I didn't sleep a wink last night. My fucking head is pounding right now. I'm on the rag, which usually makes for a funny show. And you're going, how can we tell when you're on the rag? You're on the rag every night, Nick. Oh. Riding the cotton pony, as we used to say. But anyways. Yeah, why should I do them a favor Why? Why? Won't even put me on the Comedy Central fucking, record label. So you had your chance. I'm here. We'll do it here, and we'll do it live, as we said earlier. All right, the midterms. That's supposed to be big. Fuck, we could have made these predictions 2 years ago. It wasn't a blue wave. It was a blue fucking ripple, as a lot of people are saying. They took over the House, but by no means a fucking blue wave. And the Republicans actually adding seats in the Senate, which is what everybody was predicting 2 years ago. So it was a big nothing last night. Unless you get excited about the first lesbian Native American, and you should, because I think that's how we all see the world, the same way a lesbian Indian would. Right? That's just. And what do you mean, Nick? They see the world different? Of course they do. Of course they do. First Muslim congresswoman. Good. Nice going, America. As Jack Nicholson said, you fucking people have no idea how to run a country. So you know what's going to happen, right? Because the House goes to the Dems. They're already bragging about it. Adam Schiff, that pencil neck geek, that fucking Charles Grodin lookalike, he's already bragging how he's going to come after Trump with subpoenas and more collusion shit. So the next 2 years, you haven't seen fucking incivility, and the next 2 years are going to be just fucking useless, anyways. And you fucking Republican, you couldn't get off your ass, some of you voters, really. Trump fucking crushed ISIS in a week. The economy has never been fucking better. Met with fucking Kim Jong-un. Did a ton of huge shit that Obama couldn't get done in 8 years, and you guys sit on your hands on election night. So, but enjoy Nancy Pelosi as the fucking speaker, the leathery-nippled fucking liberal whose values have resulted in people stepping in human feces and dirty needles in San Francisco. Enjoy that, America. I'm glad I'm 56 years old. I'm glad. I hope my doctor, my next physical, finds a tumor the size of a fucking grapefruit on my chest. Be fun sitting here bald, bad toupee. Hey! Things aren't looking good. Hey! Hardly a blue wave, though. Where's my coffee? Oh, my head's pounding. Anyhow, you wait till you see. But here's what's going to happen. They're already bragging what they're going to do to Trump. They're going to go after his fucking tax returns, more Russian collusion, subpoena here, subpoena there, impeachment. You know what's going to happen when they do that? The fucking left-wing goo gobblers? He's going to get reelected because of that in 2020. It's going to blow up right in your fucking face. Trust me, we can make that prediction now. We could have made the prediction for the results last night 2 years ago, so why can't we do it now? Anyways, real quick, Jeff Sessions resigns as Attorney General.
All right, get up! Get up!
Trump announced Jeff Sessions is leaving his administration after holding a press conference with reporters at the White House today. We thank Attorney Jeff. I love this. He'd rather punch Jeff Sessions in the throat. We thank Attorney General Jeff Sessions for his service and wish him well. That's pretty curt. You can tell he doesn't mean a word of it. Here's the little Keebler elf. What a disappointment. All I heard, what a raging racist and what a real fucking hard ass. First thing he does is recuse himself from the Russia investigation, which is, it's stuck in Trump's craw since day one. And then Rosenstein got hired. And here we are. So this was no surprise. They were talking about him leaving after the midterms, and he is. He submitted his resignation to the president, which he accepted. Trump said that Matthew G. Whitaker, the chief of staff for Sessions, would serve as acting AG in his place. A permanent replacement will be nominated at a later date. A copy of Sessions' resignation letter said the move was at Trump's request. So, I don't know. I say good riddance. Get somebody in there with big balls. Why didn't he go after fucking the thick ankle dog face and a personal server and all that shit? You better bet that the next guy to replace him permanently should be his first move. I would think. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? Who cares? Anyways, bye-bye, Jeffy. See ya. Democrats pick up more seats after taking control of the House. That's exactly how I feel. Democrats regained control of the House in Tuesday's midterm elections by slightly more than a dozen races. A dozen races remain undecided. Democratic candidates won 220 seats, 3 more than the 218 they need for a majority in the 435-member chamber, while Republicans took 198 seats. So that was hardly a blue fucking wave. Democrats flipped GOP seats in the suburbs of Washington. Oh, big surprise. That would be D.C. Philadelphia. Oh, really? Still the dumb white housewives voting fucking Democrat? You'll never learn. Miami, Chicago, and Denver. Democratic candidates knocked off Republicans like Carlos Corbeil in South Florida, Republican Dave Bratt, who was swept into office in Virginia during the Tea Party surge. That was 4 years ago. And Rep. Pete Sessions in Dallas. They all lost. Democrats took control of the House for the first time since 2010 midterms elections. They fell short of taking over the Senate, where Republicans retained their 51-49 margin and were poised to add even more seats. Get ready for gridlock like you've never fucking seen. I cannot wait to see Pelosi gavel in hand, spewing her liberal cacapoppo in her late hundreds. You know what I'm saying, kids? How the twinks? How you doing in there?
Fantastic.
Fantastic?
Wearing your shirt and feeling good.
Yes, you are. It looks good on you, I got to admit. Even though you voted for Cuomo, I should come in there and rip that off. Ryan, what are you thinking? My fucking shoulder.
Thinking I should do surgery on your shoulder.
Yeah, that's another funny one. Why don't you try surgery on yourself? Because I think you have cancer of the funny bone. Gilligan! Dip!
I got a super chat for you.
Yeah, well, okay, go ahead.
Chris Kaufman Jr.
Yeah.
They voted in an open socialist last night. What the fuck is wrong with this country?
Yeah, they did. They did. But like I told you, it's going to backfire in 2020. I don't know. What's wrong with it? I'll tell you what's wrong with it. The Democrat Party and the mainstream media. As long as they work hand in hand, this shit is going to continue to fly. All that finger pointing, bigot, racism, all that shit, you're a racist, you're a bigot, it works. It works. The right has not figured out a way to trump that, no pun intended. They really haven't. That method, that philosophy the Dems have been using works. People sit home, they watch those ads. He doesn't like people of color. I'm not voting for fucking retards. Playing on people's emotions. And again, uninformed voters. But yeah, you had a cars. I'll get to who won. Fucking, Cortez. That's who they're talking about. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She was on Jimmy Kimmel. She's fucking illiterate. She sounded like a 12-year-old Valley girl. Every other word was like. They asked her about Medicare. She literally shit her pants. I mean, but good luck with that. Good luck with it. I want to punch somebody in the fucking forehead. Here's some numbers if you care. I'll rip through them about the election. 113 million people voted last night, which is a record, I guess. That's 49% of the total population eligible to vote. A record for a midterm election in the United States. 38% Democrats, 32% Republicans, 30 independents. 33 flip seats. 30 House seats have changed color so far, with the Democrats flipping 29 Republican held seats, blue, and Republicans flipping 1 Democrat held seat. 14 of those seats came from districts Hillary Clinton won in 2016. What the fuck? Of 25 Republicans running in Hillary's districts, only 3 have been able to defend their seats so far. And 8 seats in California and Washington are still too close to determine. Republicans have managed to pick up at least 3 seats in the Senate, including Indiana, North Dakota, and Missouri. 3 races in Montana, Florida, and Arizona have not been called yet, but Republicans are leading in all 3. A runoff will be held in Mississippi. Oh, Jesus. Let's wait for those results. In Mississippi, can early. Do they have voting booths? What do they use? Outhouses down there? Nick, there's no read. Mississippi's a nice. They're always at the top of the list with obesity, okay? Have some more fried shrimp. Listen, there were 110 female winners. Like I said, the more female this country becomes, the more PC it becomes. So that is not a good fucking sign, okay? At least 98 women will join the House of Reps, with 84 Democrats and 14 Republicans, and 12 will join the Senate, 10 of whom will be Democrats and 2 are Republicans. Of the 98 female winners in the lower chamber, 42 were non-white women. All right, the future of America. Female people of color. Watch this country cave. It's going to look like downtown Detroit. Or the suburbs of Cleveland. Democrat, listen to this. Democrat Ilhan Omar will be the first Muslim American woman in Congress. Well, that's just terrific. I'm very excited for her. Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar! Nick, that's wrong. No, it isn't. Good going, America. How'd it go? There were $5.2 billion spent on the election. Here's one for you. A straggler Senate race between Democrat Bill Nelson and Rick Scott in Florida, still too close to be called, turned out to be the most expensive congressional race in the election. And you know that Stacey Abrams, the black chick who's tight with the Black Panthers down in Georgia? She lost, but she's not conceding. And that Gillum, that black guy in Florida, another fucking Israeli hater, and he's in tight with the Palestinian Liberation Organization. I read you all the anti-Semite shit, and he lost. Thank Christ. A race still too close to call. Candidates, including Democrat Gil Cisneros and Republican Young Kim, have spent $21 million throughout the election. Holy moly! Anyhow, here was the best story of the whole thing last night of the midterms. A deceased brothel owner. I met this guy at the Comedy Cellar, Dennis Hoff. You know who he is? The Bunny Ranch out in Nevada. Remember they had him on HBO and shit? There he is. I met him at the Comedy. He's actually a good fucking guy. Well, he became a politician. Anyways, he managed to win an election last night for a Nevada State Assembly seat, but he died last month. Died. Morta. He beat the Democrat, even though he's dead. Although polling sites were plastered with signs declaring him dead, results show that Hoff had 68.3% of the votes versus Romanov's 32%. The budding politician was found deceased after a rally with porn star Ron Jeremy in former Arizona. Can you imagine? You find your body and Ron Jeremy's in the house and Sheriff Joe Arpaio. That sounds like a fucking sitcom right there. A dead pimp and a sheriff and a porn star with a 12-inch cock walk into a bar. The assembly seat will be declared vacant since the winner is dead. Bullshit. Do a weekend at Bernie's thing. Fucking dig him up, put him in the seat. Let's have some fun. Can we turn this down, my headphones down just a little bit, Jace? Again, right there, that's good. So he's dead and he won. So, you know, the Republicans, they should have killed half their fucking people running last night. You might have had a better shot. Ryan, those are nice headphones. Where'd you get those? The bathhouse in Austin?
Internet.
What?
Internet.
The internet? What are they, Beats?
Audio Technica.
Oh, Audio Technica. That's Spanish for Audio Technica. Though April showers... Don't do it. Don't do it. Let's take a call. Jason Ramirez on line 1. Jason, welcome to the show. What's going on, fella?
Don DiPaolo, it's always an honor to speak with you. I'm honored. I'm honored to be in the veto level. It's the greatest achievement in my life.
Nice.
I can't wait to start the show one day. You announced that you're coming to the Florida Theater in Jacksonville, Florida, man, because I'd be the first in line for tickets, but guess I'll have to wait. With the election last night, man. Oh, go ahead, sir.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say with the election last night, obviously living here in Florida, I paid attention to that. I stayed up and got drunk as shit, watched the Cumia election special, which was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like you said, the Bill Nelson, Rick Scott race was one of the most expensive ones. It's looking like Bill Nelson's going to win that one. I'm pretty sure I heard that, or not Bill Nelson, Rick Scott's going to win that one, and I'm pretty sure that I heard Bill Nelson. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard Bill Nelson's already conceded. We beat Gillum, Ted Cruz, which was, I think, the second most expensive campaign out there in Texas. He beat Beto O'Rourke. So those I'm really happy about. The ones that I'm not happy about were up there in the Rust Belt with Wisconsin, losing Scott Walker.
Yep.
They lost the governorship. They voted for Democrat.
Yep.
Michigan, same thing. Whatever. We got to take those states back if we're going to have any.
Yeah.
any decent chance to keep the White House in 2020.
Yes.
But I'll tell you this, man, like immediately after Gillum conceded, I started getting Facebook posts that said, well, I guess Florida's just not ready for a black governor. I guess they're not ready. Typical Florida.
Jesus fucking Christ with the race.
Like you got to keep in mind, like, are you telling me, so Florida's so racist, we've got a black guy running for the Democratic Party, and then we got a guy named Ron DeSantis as his Republican opponent, and he's got a lieutenant governor, Jeanette Nunez, a female Hispanic running for it. So, like, can we cut the fucking racist bullshit?
No, I just
and
told.
I think the best.
Thanks, Jace. We have a time limit. I have a ton of calls to get to. I didn't mean to cut you off there. But no, they're not going to cut the racist shit. I just said that a couple minutes ago. That's been that philosophy, finger pointing, calling you a racist and bigot and all that shit. Republicans haven't figured out a way around that yet. It's been working for the Dems. And unfortunately, with people pouring into this country, they buy into that fucking shit. Again, the Democrats rely on college-age kids who come off a college campus with their heads filled with how racist this country is. And the media tells you every day, whether it's Hollywood movies or a commercial, progressive commercial, making the fucking white guy out to be a retard. All this shit's been going on for 30 years, and it's working. So they are never going to let that go. Fucking Gillum was an anti-Semite. He surrounded himself with anti-Semites, and that's why he lost, because he's black. My aching stem. Bob in Pennsylvania. Bobby boy, what's up? Keep it pithy, Bob. Thank you.
Oh, that's me, pithy. Hey, I love the show.
Thanks.
Discussing on the internet.
Thank you, brother.
I want to pass. I wanted to, this lame duck session we're in now.
Yeah.
He's drained the swamp and doing everything unorthodox using Twitter, and I don't see why we can't pass a health care law. If everyone, work over Christmas or whatever they got to do to, before this session ends.
Right.
And I'll let them work over Christmas.
But you know what?
And, that's the way Trump's been rolling, doing things different. And that's one of the reasons he got elected, because he's not the usual politician.
You know what? And here's the thing. They said, now, Trump will reach across the aisle and work with the Democrats, and they will get infrastructure done and all that shit. But if the Democrats agree to work with Trump, he's going to get reelected. It's going to make him look good. Trump's going to go in 2020. You see how I reached across the aisle, blah, blah, blah. So they're going to be the fucking pricks that they are, led by Adam Schiff. Thanks for the call, Bob. They're not going to, like you said, it's going to be a lame session. It's going to be, nothing's going to get done for the next couple of years. It's going to be hilarious to watch, actually. Maybe the people will finally stand up and throw everybody out. I don't know how you do that. I think you have to fill out a couple of applications at CVS and say, I don't know how it fucking works. Let's talk about Ocasio-Cortez to be the youngest woman ever elected to Congress. Why is that a good thing?
Fucking bitch.
New York Democratic congressional nominee Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez will win her general election race easily and become the youngest chick broad ever in Congress. Having turned 29 last month, Ocasio-Cortez defeated New York Dem Rep. Joe Crowley in the primary election earlier this year. Crowley was the number 4 Democrat in the House and seen as a potential speaker one day. Now he's speaking to his wife at home going, "Could you make me another sandwich? I'm fucking unemployed." His loss effectively handed the seat to Ocasio-Cortez, a Latina who has become a key left-wing voice. Good. Get her voice out there. She's dumber than a bag of fucking rocks. This will be fucking fun. She is the daughter of Puerto Rican parents and a member of the Democratic Socialists of America. I repeat, she's a member of the Democratic Socialists of America. Nice going, New York. I don't know how to get out of this state because, unfortunately, showbiz is down the street from me. But if you guys knew what I paid in property taxes and the fucking traffic I deal with and the just overall fucking, I went out. I admire Mark Stein. You ever see that guy? He's on Fox News Channel. He lives in upstate New Hampshire. He has a studio in Vermont. And he's got a British accent, but he's Canadian. But but he's on TV all the time. And all the people that made big bucks, Rush and fucking Hannity. Rush took off to Florida, does the show from his house like I do, only it's a little nicer than this. Anyways, Ocasio, again, a socialist, young Latina socialist. Is that the future? If it is, I'm going to get off my Lipitor tonight and start drinking heavily. I want out. Look at him. He can't even focus. He's like he's literally, Ryan's looking up at the ceiling like a little kid at a supermarket. I don't want to fucking hear it. I'm talking. I look over, he's doing this. Just like a little kid shopping with his mother. Ever see kids that spin around? You really have ADD, don't you, brother?
Quite possibly.
No, not
my neck was
not
killing
possibly. Me. There's no doubt about it. You should be mainstreaming Ritalin into the vein in your cock. It's kind of funny, though. I look over, Jason's focused, and literally Ryan's in his chair going, I want the Cocoa Pebbles. He's a cute kid, though. He gets broads and boys.
I get whatever I want.
He gets whatever he wants, which is usually a lesbian Indian in Congress. He voted for Cuomo. I had to go in there and rip his nipples off and fucking feed him to my gerbil if I had one. Listen. Look. You don't think I'm nervous about how this country's headed? Everything all right, Jason? We still streaming? We finally have a woman. We love to have women on the show because we don't want them in office. We want them calling the show, though. Carol, what's going on?
Hey, first thing, those nice young men there, reiterate to them, never mainline anything into your dick. That's a very bad idea.
Bullshit. I did it last night.
Okay.
Baby aspirin right into the head of my cock, and I slept like a kitten.
You're my prime example. Nick.
What's up, Carol?
The president got just exactly what he wanted. He wanted the Senate. He's done with the House. He wanted the Senate. You know, there's a lot of judicial things he can do now. Nobody can stop him. You know, that's what it boils down to. And New York State sucks so bad with the Democrats here.
Carol, I hate to disagree with you, but he's going to get a few things done. But they already had the fucking Senate. They had the Senate and the House, and he was getting now he's going to be tied up with subpoenas. They're already bragging. They're coming after his tax returns, and Adam Schiff's going to reopen the Russian collusion, and you're going to see nothing but dead. It's going to be deadlocked, don't you think? What's he going to get done judicially? Because he has the Senate.
All he's got to do is declassify. That's all he's got to do. All he's got to do is say it. I'm going to declassify, and he'll get whatever he wants.
Yeah, why doesn't he do that? That's a great point, Carol. Why hasn't he done that yet?
Because it's leverage.
Yeah.
Why should he burn through his leverage before it's time?
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I got a lot of faith in the president.
Good for you. Thank you, Carol. Actually, a great call with great points. I like it. She says you get a lot of leverage.
All right, I love it.
Thanks, Carol. She sounded like she runs a organized crime family in Michigan. He's got leverage. Why would he burn through that? I always told my kids, don't ever know. Don't ever let Adam Schiff know what you're thinking. As long as the House's agenda doesn't conflict with mine, I wish you luck in your new business. As you can see, I spoil all the twinks. I'm too sentimental with them, and they speak when they shouldn't. Neither of them have seen The Godfather, and they're pretending to laugh. It really burns my caucus. Though April showers may come your way, it brings lesbian Indians that win an election in May. So, let's move on. Oh, speaking of lesbian Indians, and again, I don't have anything against Native Americans or lesbians. I like them in a porn when the girls get like a fucking Indian headdress on and another girl's ramming her behind dressed like a fucking, a fucking U.S. politician in 1860 stealing Manhattan. That's when I want to see. Sharice Davids, long shot campaign projected to turn Republican-leaning district Kansas blue. Nice going, Kansas. Holy shit. She's got Tiger Woods' mouth. Chief Jay Strongbow's hair. She has the nose of every defensive back in the NFL. What do you mean? I don't know. I've seen that mouth before. I don't know where. But she's a lesbian and a Native American. Good for her. That makes her terrific, I guess.
I'm super duper gay. I'm gayer than a rainbow. I'm gayer than I'll say.
This was her acceptance speech last night. So she won. So in Kansas, goddamn the middle of the country, you got that guy Rawback who was tough on immigration. He's a really smart white fella. Kansas, what are you doing? We're fucked. I'm sure she's a fine lady. I'm sure she knows all about maize and lean-tos. Her favorite show was F Troop as a kid. Now she's on track to win Kansas' 3rd congressional district. The political newcomer will be the first Native American lesbian woman elected to Congress. Wait a minute. Now, is that true? How about Pocahontas? You going to tell me Elizabeth Warren hasn't had her face in a clam or two? And we know she's a Cherokee. So I don't know. I think we should do the Ancestry.com on this broad. I think she's second. It's a good point by Nick DiPaolo. Everybody be making it on other shows now. You know, she focused her career on the advancement of Native Americans, all 6 of them. So I can see why she got elected. Jesus H. Christ. Am I missing the point here? Do I not have my finger on the pulse of this crime? I really don't. Alongside New Mexico's Deb Haaland, she could be part of the class of the first Native American women in the House. That's terrific. It's going to look like a Thanksgiving Day parade, for Christ's sake. Maybe she'll reach across the aisle and show the Republicans how to grow corn. Pass around that peace pop, yo. She staked her campaign in progressive issues in tax, healthcare, and education reform, all pillars of her campaign. Her stance on immigration reform became unclear after she said in a July interview that she supported defunding ICE. She later walked that back, telling ABC that she does not support abolishing ICE. She clarified that she simply does not support the policies of separating children from their families at the border. I support policies separating children from their families at the mall. They should have a little cage set up, like they do on the border for the kids, right in front of one potato, too. Parents can go shopping in peace. And so she's a gay Indian. Good for her. She went down on her girlfriend so fast one time, it started raining. What? It made no sense. Okay, I used to have a great joke. I said, my wife's so frigid, if I go down her too fast, I get an ice cream headache. That is the fucking as good a joke anybody's ever written. And some fucking open mic at New Jersey was using it, somebody told me. So I sent over the twinks to check it out. They both came back with black eyes and red nipples. Oh! This goes out to Ryan.
I'm gay. I'm really gay. I'm super duper gay. I'm gayer than a rainbow. I'm gayer than.
Swish. Oh, here we go. Did you see Trump banging heads with that fucking asshole Jim Acosta, who literally emotionally, I'd say about a 5th grade emotional level. This guy is such a bitch. I have never in my life. This is him and Trump butting heads today. That's Trump. You are fake news. No, here's the real video. This was great. This is why fucking Trump. I'd give him a hand job if I met him.
Honestly, I think you should let me run the country. You run CNN.
All right.
And if you did it well, your ratings would be much better.
If I may ask one other question, Mr. President, if I may ask one other question, are you worried?
That's enough. That's enough.
Mr. President, I was going to ask one of the other folks.
That's enough.
Pardon me, ma'am. Mr. President,
that's enough.
Mr. President, I had one other question, if I may ask, on the Russia investigation.
Look at him. What a cocksucker.
that you may have.
I'm not concerned
indictments-
about anything with
that you
the
may have
Russian
indictments coming down.
investigation because it's a hoax. That's enough. Put down the mic.
Mr. President, are you worried about indictments coming down in this?
What a disrespectful. Hold on.
Mr. President.
Watch this. Oh, here's the funny part. Watch it.
I'll tell you what, CNN should be ashamed of itself
Hey,
having
fucking
you
man.
working for them. You are a rude, terrible person. You shouldn't be working for CNN.
Look at the old
Go
lady.
ahead.
I think that's unfair.
You're a very rude person. The way you treat Sarah Huckabee is horrible. And the way you treat other people are horrible. You shouldn't treat people that way. Go ahead. Go ahead, Peter. Go ahead.
In Jim's defense, I've traveled with him and watched him. He's a diligent reporter who busts his
Well, I'm
butt
not a
like
big
the rest
fan of
us.
yours either, so
I understand.
to be honest.
So let me ask you a question if I can. You repeatedly said...
You are the best.
Mr.
All right.
President, you...
How about the fucking jerk off? Is that enough evidence for you people that they're in cahoots against the president? The CNN guy gets up and defends Jim Acosta. Can you fucking imagine? Did Trump ask you anything about Jim Acosta? Ask you a question. Fucking zero respect for this guy. And meanwhile, when Obama was in office, we had to suck his dick for fucking 8 years. The press did. That's all they did. Fucking disrespectful. It's unbelievable that CNN still, again, they make all the money online. CNN.com leads everybody as far as making, it's clickbait. That type of shit goes on CNN.com. People click on it. Sorry, Trump is 1,000% right. But you see the disrespect, Acosta? Who the fuck does he think that looked like a comedy club with a heckler. And Trump's like, where's the bouncer? Where's the fucking doorman? Anybody policing the room? It was like me last night telling these people to shut up 6 times. Ryan's really focused now. What are you listening to in there? How are the headphones?
They sound great.
Are they good?
And you sound good.
Thank you. I took voice lessons this afternoon. Check this out. What the fuck? I didn't even drink last night. I had a shot of Jack Daniels before I went on. I didn't even drink. I didn't have any beer, anything. I'm gay. I'm really super gay. Super chat. Go ahead.
Patrick Dorr. Lesbo Indian broad. Her rain dance only needs stray cats, a can of tuna, and some free time in a recliner.
There you go. Whatever that
I got one more.
That was a good one. Zing, 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 zang, down. Can of tuna. That's gross. Don't be gross to the gay woman.
I got Jason Ramirez. Sorry for rambling. I forgot my place in front of the Don. 140 days to opening day. Viva DiPaolo.
Jason, let's be honest, you never asked me over for a cup of coffee, then you call into my show, you asked me to do murder for you. And 12-minute speech. I have to keep it pithy here. I got 5 families. But thank you for doing a super chat. I don't even know what that means, but somebody says I make 11 cents when that happens.
Let's go to John. It doesn't say where. The elections, what we gonna do. You called him a huge lib last time. Called who a huge lib? I'm confused. Oh, John. Yes, John. Yes, John. I might.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
What's happening? I can tell you. I did. I called you a huge lib, and you said I am not a lib. I'm a fucking Republican from somewhere. Right?
Yeah, hard right, dude.
All right.
Yeah, 100% hard right. What are your thoughts on jock itch?
I think jock itch is something that Hillary Clinton's dealt with for years.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, 100.
and Rachel Maddow. Rachel Maddow has had the worst case of jock itch, but it's understandable.
She's got it. She's got it on her face.
Good one, John. I guess I was wrong. I apologize.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
I'm serious though. One note is that my doctor, she's a lesbian, 100% left. And I told her, I said, what about jock itch? And then she says, we'll just take a better shower. And I said, well, okay, I'll do that. Whatever it is, I'll do that. And then she makes some snide comments, her and her assistant, against Trump, whatever, like, go ahead, vote Democratic or whatever it is. on the way out. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
Really?
Fucking
Right?
sucks,
Right
man.
in the doctor's office? How dare they? Don't let her operate.
Right in her breath, yeah.
All right, Johnny. Thank you for the call.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't. Right in the doctor's office, they're bringing up politics. You don't do that with your surgeon. Republican, when Reagan got shot and he almost died. They rushed him he's on the operating table. And that was what he said before they put him out. I hope my surgeon's a Republican. Well, I have a bullet lodged in my ass. Well, I'm actually doing Michael J. Fox. All right. Oh my God, Jason, was that a mean joke? That was the horror. 833-599-6425. 833-599-6425. What the? You know why? Just coffee today. This was my diet today. Coffee and 4 Kraft single slices. That'll be a pleasant dump in a few hours, huh? Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Trump's, we already did that. Oh, here's one for you. This reminded me of Ryan. Here's everything that's wrong with white people in one article. You guys, you jumping the gun. The fuck? What, do you get another show to do? Wait till come on, Jace. You're usually pretty good at this. You just gave it away. That's the big reveal.
I was just really excited for you to make fun of that guy.
Yeah, I know. Don't be. But this, England is white. That's the motherland for white people. And you talk about political correctness run amok. It's not there. I don't know what's to the left of socialism. I don't know what it is. But you talk about self-hating, white, effeminate. This story encapsulates all that. I love my man boobs, and you should too. Now you can put the fucking put the picture.
You can act like a man. What's the matter with you?
Look at that fucking body. That's how I picture Hillary looks, with the hair on the chest and the way I am. Look, hashtag the way I am. How about hashtag change it? Let me read to you. And again, the only reason I think this is relevant, it incorporates everything that's happening to white people, and it starts in fucking Western Europe. And the British man has embraced his body rolls and man boobs and is showing them off. This is him talking. I grew up as a bigger kid. Grice Hart, a 26-year-old financial advisor in Southampton, said, I look to the media for role models. There was your first mistake, you silly white pasty ass. But all I saw were ripped, chiseled guys with jawlines longer than my life expectancy. That just makes me feel worse about myself, you bitch. You bitch.
You can act like a man. What's the matter with you?
So listen to this. So he turned to a crash dieting, calorie counting, working out 7 days a week. Though he dropped about half his body weight, which he described as dangerously skinny, Grice Hart said he still was unhappy. Oh, he was still unhappy. He's 5'10". I thought, listen to this. Not only is he he's fucking mentally retarded. I thought if I lost the weight, I'd suddenly be popular and wouldn't have to worry about money. But that wasn't true. Where did you get that notion? So not only are you the Pillsbury Doughboy, you're fucking severely mentally ill. Those tits on the left, seriously, those are nice tits. You take the hair off those, or leave them on if you're from Greece or Italy. Those are pretty. That's a nice fucking rack. Is that even real? And what is his diet? What has he been living on? Fucking heavy cream and lasagna? Look at those are nice tits on the left. I got to be honest with you. You think that's real? Why is his face is kind of tan? I know, you don't, whatever. He's a pasty Englishman, I guess. Listen to this. He signed up for Instagram in 2016, hoping he could find fitness influencers to get more tips to keep himself slim. Instead, he came across plus-size female models who were posting untouched photos of themselves online, something that changed his perspective on body image. So if this story wasn't gay enough, he's using plus-size models as his role model. Do you see what I'm saying? This is a white male. I can't even... Ryan, you probably understand all this. I don't. Even you're not as confused as this guy. I don't think. That's when he started his journey for body positivity. Yeah, you positively have a shit body. Posting photos of himself in his underwear on Instagram. Ooh, where do I get those? Give me my lube. Now he weighs about 170 pounds, follows a healthy vegan diet, and says he's never felt better. So let me get this straight. Now you have girl tits still, and when you fart, it smells like mustard gas because you're living on fucking kale and rocks. Okay. He says, I get so many lovely messages from men as young as 11. I bet you do. To guys as old as 60. Yummy, yum. They say that they've never had a space to talk about body issues. You know why? Real men don't need a space. You know where you do it? In your garage, watching your big screen TV with 5 of your buddies watching the NFL going, hey, Billy, you're a fat fuck. That's the safe space for men to talk about. Oh, goodness. He says people don't talk enough about men and their self-esteem issues openly and honestly. Yeah, because nobody wants to hear it. We're privileged. We're white privileged men, except for you. Oh, by the way, when are you going to have the kid? Next June? Whereas women have a community to nourish each other and to talk about their issues. Men don't have that. Guys, I'm just saying the tone of the whole article. I'm not being macho. I'm not being anti-gay.
You've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
Not with man tits, it don't. Oh, I'm sorry. Grace Hart, who's planning to adopt a baby with his 29-year-old husband. I didn't realize this guy was actually gay. I guess that said he hopes he can be a body positive role model for his future child. So you want your kid to look at dad and go, you know what? That's what I want to look like when I take my shirt off in 8th grade gym class and I'm pummeled into a coma. Because half the guys in the gym class want to beat me up, the other half want to suck on my tits. Yeah, you're going to be your kid's role model. That's fuck off. Oh my God.
You can act like a man. What's the matter with you?
I don't know. Body issues. I wish there was somebody around telling me it's okay to look exactly how you look, he said. You don't have to fit in a box. You couldn't fit in a box. We'll put you in a plastic bag like a fucking 20-pound turkey, you big white doughy dog shit. Not everyone has to look like the cover of Men's Health, and that's okay. Yeah, but not everybody has to look like a woman with cancer in her fucking 30s. You make me sick!
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Look at those pits. All the coffee is just coming out here. I should have put a couple of filters. I could have re-squeezed it. Then you get a nice latte with a touch of Right Guard. Yummy, yummy. For your tummy, motherfuckers. Here's the terrific story. This one's going to wow you. A female in California ripped out her own eye and swallowed it in her cell after prison guards ignored her screams for hours. The gruesome ordeal took place last year at the California Institution for Women in Chino. The woman who's not been named, let's call her fucking crazy. Let's call her CC, crazy cunt. Has not been named, has been screaming every 15 minutes for at least 4 hours before she got on the floor and tore her eye out. How do you do that? I can't even tear other people's eyes out. I've tried many times, never mind reaching into my own head. Listen to this. She had already eaten her eye by the time the guards rushed into her cell, and here's her.
Anyway.
Delicious.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's my left retina. Delicious. Delicious. The hoof. The woman identified only as inmate patient X was not being given medication, even though she had been identified as psychotic. I don't think she's psychotic. She got a little excited. I once ripped one of my eyes out when the Patriots were losing to the Eagles 35-3 at halftime. I could not bear to watch The ordeal was detailed in a recent report obtained by the LA Times that is critical of mental health care in California prisons. You're right. They should have rapists and murderers and scumbags should have the best health care. That's who we should be focused on, not the working class people who bust their balls 80 hours a week and have 5 kids. Let's focus on the fucking rapists in Chino. You know what they should have for health care? A box of Band-Aids and maybe some Mercurochrome. You remember Mercurochrome, you guys? Yeah. It's this red shit. Back when I was a kid, you cut yourself. There's something called Mercurochrome. It came in an eyedropper. It was bright red, and it would supposedly disinfect the cut. But, you know, your mother would put it on, and it looked like you were bleeding twice as much, and you'd start screaming. It was fucking retarded. Anyways, chief psychiatrist for the state's prison system, Dr. Michael Goldenshower, wrote the report and said vulnerable inmates are allegedly not being cared for properly. Well, big fucking deal. The inmate who tore her eye out was evaluated by a psychologist, but a psychiatrist was not brought into to administer any drugs. Sounds like she doesn't need drugs. What do you give somebody that rips their own eye out and eats it? Can you get her some Advil PM? She seems a little agitated. Maybe some herbal tea. Doctors said in the aftermath she had shown signs she needed immediate medication. The tragedy is that any competent psychiatric physician or general medical physician would have medicated the patient, and likely the patient's eye would still be in her head if that had happened. Goldens. Are we... one guy's flouting his man tits. This woman's eating her own eye in prison. Is the world coming apart at the seams? I'm sweating like... I don't know, like a guy doing a podcast in his basement. Nick's sweating like a comedian who's been in the business 30 years and he's doing a show from his house. Mercurochrome, it gives you the nice bright colors. Oh, my elbow! Oh! I can't believe I got to go to Mohegan Sun. I don't like fucking... It's a beautiful place. I don't like casinos, whether it's that or fucking Atlantic City, Vegas. I just don't like them. I get depressed when I see people in their late 70s sitting at the Wheel of Fortune machine at 3 a.m. with a gin and tonic, wearing a members-only jacket and dog shit on their sneakers next to an oxygen tank, and for some reason they think they're going to be lucky tonight. I don't get it. When did like little things that happen every day between black and white people yelling at each other? We only report when the white people are yelling to black people, by the way. The New York Post has one of these clips every day. I don't know why. But when did it become national news? This is the headline. Police charge white woman who berated her black neighbor. That's in a national paper. Do you understand? That's my big point here. They cherry pick, and this is why the Dems took over the House. People buy this shit. A white woman berated her black neighbor. That's a headline in the New York Post. Why is that fucking news? White people get mugged by black people every day, and we don't even report it. I mean, should we give it a little perspective? By the way, this white woman, I'd shoot her in the head myself. But this is why this is in this news, because there's a clip of it, I think, and the black woman keeps her calm with this drunken white piece of garbage, but that's why it's in the news. Look how reasonable black people are when they're being harassed by drunk white people. When we all know, for every incident like this, I can show you 15 the other way around. That's my point. Please don't call me a bigot or a racist, just reporting the fucking facts. A comment will... Anyway. White executive loses job after racist rant toward black neighbor. A white woman in North Carolina was caught on camera berating her black neighbor in a racist rant, is now facing charges over the ordeal. What kind of charges would that be? So you're getting a verbal altercation because you're white now, and I get punched in the fucking eye, for Christ's sake. And it's like pulling teeth trying to get this girl charged with anything. So you're getting a verbal altercation now, and you're going to get charged with what? Susan Westwood, by the way, she's a douchebag. If I was the black woman in this thing, I would have fucking cut her head off. But Susan Westwood, 51 of Charlotte, was charged Saturday with misusing 9/11, communicating threats, and simple assault in connection to her viral tirade at the Camden Fairview apartment complex on October 9th. Again, why is this national news? And secondly, assault? Simple assault. Assault doesn't have to involve somebody hitting somebody? I don't know the law. I don't know. Let's play the video of this douche. She was.
Do I need to call police because I feel threatened?
Okay. Well, we can do that. Hi, how are you? I'm hot. I'm beautiful. I'm 51. I'm. What
pause
are we
it
going
right
to talk
there.
about tonight? Being hot.
Pause it right there. I'm hot. She's wearing a vest from the Carmela Soprano line. There's nothing fucking hot about her other than her whiskey breath. Just fucking retarded. And go ahead.
Being beautiful, being white, being my new weave. Do you live here?
Do you live here?
I do, actually. 1C, 8744 Fairview.
So
why do we feel that we need to be here, like hanging out, like on this beautiful, like place?
None of your business.
Why do you feel you need to be in our space?
Yeah.
Well, I live here and I pay rent. I pay
so does
almost
she.
$1,100.
Wow.
So does she.
Okay.
Just don't talk to her, please don't, because I don't know
what's going on.
Okay, I don't know, but we can call 911 to find out if you
That's
got a
cool.
problem.
Well, I was about ready to go over to Red Rocks. Do you want to meet me over to Red Rocks?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you know where Red Rocks is? Okay.
Yeah, my husband's pants.
Well, I can do this too. I can do this too.
Go ahead and call 911, Lisa.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's do that right now.
This is
call
national news, by the way.
911. I want to make sure that there's nothing going on here. Because my kids go to Myers Park, so I want to make sure that there's nothing going on.
What a douchebag.
And why are you hanging out?
None of
Where
you-
do you live?
I must live.
Where do you live here in this place?
Aaron, Sheriff, do not entertain her, please.
The daughter's busting her
no,
balls.
please do. Because I want to get this on film.
Yeah, we
Where
got
do
you
play?
on film, honey.
Because this is Myers Park. This is South Park. Girl.
Ma'am, would you please leave us alone
I-
and go
if
home?
that-
I live here.
Go over
I pay-
there then.
I pay almost-
I pay rent too, so please.
What do you pay? And I'll let
it.
Jonathan know what you pay.
Whatever.
What a piece of
Just leave
shit.
us
What's going
alone.
on? What's going on here, babe?
Ma'am.
What's going
Sure,
on
you call
here
the
in this
police.
parking lot
I
that
can.
you feel that you need to congregate?
I don't want to drop my video, so you go ahead
Oh,
and
I'm
call
gonna drop
911.
my video, and I'm white, and I make $125,000 a year, and I want to make sure that you're all up in
All
here.
right, I can't take anymore. I can't stop.
girl,
All right, kill it.
Thank
But can I? I'm just asking a question. Is somewhere in the country of 330 million people, has there a black person been fucking berating a white person today or tonight? Nowhere. And if they were, and it was caught on tape, would it make news anywhere? That's my only point. I'm schooling Ryan's generation because they've been convinced they grew up in the most racist country on earth. Cherry picking. This is. I wouldn't mind if this is once a month they put Australia. The New York Post now, which is supposedly a right-wing paper, has clips like it every day. Every time a white person looks at a person of color wrong, we have it on fucking tape or whatever. And it's that type of reporting and that type of horse shit that have us at each other's throats. At least the people are dumb enough to buy into it. Every day. It's the New York Post. But how is she being charged with assault of any type of... Why is she being charged with anything other than being an obnoxious, white, drunken hoe? Well, what's the charge there? Somebody help me, please. Look at her face. If I was that black woman, I would have cut the bitch. Let's go to Ben in Vegas. Ben, what's going on, fella?
Hey, Nick. So you hate casinos, so I guess you're not coming to Vegas anytime soon, huh?
No, if they give me the right money, I'll come.
Anyway, you mentioned earlier in the show that you were receiving offers from Comedy Central, and I think you should reconsider. You should just go on and, like you said, Trevor Noah is the Daily Show guy, Jim Jeffries. These guys aren't even from America, and they come over here and lecture us. Go on. Why don't you just go on? Why don't you just go on and freaking just call them out? Just talk shit. Who cares?
Well, here's why. First of all, you mentioned Trevor Noah and Jim Jeffries. They have their own shows every night, a daily show. This is just fucking doing 10 minutes on a show that may or not make it. That's why. I've been around 30 years. I fucking helped build Comedy Central. It was called the Ha Network when I was coming up as a young comic. I did every one of their shows, and they helped me out. They gave me a couple of specials on Comedy Central. But since, I've been around. Wiz, we've had the Daily Show with Jon Stewart. It's all liberal horse shit. Now they have a show where they need somebody with the balls like me to go on and fucking because they need a counterpoint of view. And the fact that they didn't put me on their record albums years ago when they had a chance, they didn't give me my own nightly show, fuck them. That's what I say. I still might do it. And the other point is you do it in New York City, the Village Underground. I've played that room the last couple months, and it's filled with a lot of young people who believe that fucking Democrats are right.
Yeah.
And it's all that combined. But you know what? If I'm in a bad enough mood one night, I'll call them and go. I think I'm ready.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think like if you have nothing to lose, why not? Dennis Miller's supposed to be on Kimmel tonight. I hope he goes on, even if it doesn't make it. Just go on and speak your mind, man. Just let them know that no one. Not everyone buys into that faggotry, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you say, what do you got to lose? And I'll tell you what, and I don't trust these motherfuckers. I've been ambushed. Do you remember Larry Wilmore? He's a very bland black guy. Had a show a couple of years ago. And my agent kept badgering me to do it. I kept saying, so finally I gave in and I went on the show and they fucking ambushed me. They tried to make me look like a fucking white racist, blah, blah, blah. So, that's why. You say, what do you got to lose? I can go on there, and they can edit. Even if I did well, in post, they can edit to make it look like you bought. I don't trust them. I don't trust these fucking people.
Yeah.
So, but you know what, Ben? Like I said, if I'm in the right mood and they call at the right time, you might get what you want. So, good call, Ben. Thanks, buddy.
I don't know. Thanks, man.
All right. But it's just the point, man, that, I've been around. They know where I am. Last night, they were taping last night. They asked me about it last week. And Liz, who I love, that runs the Fat Black, said, will you go downstairs and do a set? And the only political shit I have, really, is based on the 2016 election. I could go up there and not do jokes and just spew hatred, of my hate for them in the audience. And I guess, I don't know. And what's it going to get me? Are they going to go, hey, we're going to give him a show? Yeah, Sirius Radio did that. How'd that work? I don't know, folks. I don't know the answer. But instead of giving me 12 minutes on a show or 10 minutes to talk about daily, give me a fucking nightly show like this, cursing and all. Imagine if this was on Comedy Central. We'd be destroying both those shows combined. Seriously. Just think about that. Just think about that. You're my kid brother, Mike. You think about that even once? I was stepped over. That's the way Pop wanted it. Not the way I wanted it. I'm smart. Not like I'm dumb. I'm smart. I want respect. That's how Fredo was sitting in his chair. He wants respect, and he's sitting like he's paralyzed. Let me do my Stephen Hawking impression. I found a black hole. I have two twinks working for me. Ryan liked that one. He likes visuals. Anyways, my point with this story, and I know you guys, well, how is that relative? I'm just saying that's how they report race in this country. It fucking angers me to no end. I get this story here. I'm not going to do it tonight. This girl, Rebel Wilson, she's a fat comedy actress, I guess. Anyways, yeah. But even this is racial. For white women who block black people on Twitter because apologizing is too damn much. That's the headline by Monique Judge. Anyways, you know what? Not important. But again, the whole gist of the story is she was bragging on Twitter. She just landed a role in some rom-com, and she's going to be the first plus-size actress to have a leading role in a comedy. And a bunch of black women said, "Excuse me, sister, Monique's been doing it," and blah, blah, blah. And she didn't reply to them. She only replied to white women on Twitter that said she was wrong. And because of that, the black women say she's just fucking racist. You don't want, it's exhausting. I can't do it no more. I was talking to Rebel Wilson. Anyways, that's enough. I got to save some for tomorrow. Say it so I can hear you. All I hear was... Why are you whispering it, Dink? They can't hear you. I know, so why are you whispering? What a cheese dick. Go ahead, Super Chats.
I got to. Chris Kaufman Jr. says, get your own platform. It's the only way to have no masters to answer to and truly be free and have free speech.
Okay, Chris, that's right. You going to fucking support it money-wise and all this shit that I put in, 40 grand into this fucking studio and shit, and I'll just throw that away and start all over. No, I get what you mean. We're working on that, Chris. And I got another question. Is Chris the only one in the goddamn chat room? Or is he the only one that has the most money in the chat room? He does. We love Chris Kaufman. He's a fucking a loyal fan. Yeah, Chris, we mentioned that. We're working on finding another thing, only because Patreon doesn't know how to fucking process credit cards, and I appreciate that they provide a platform, but they live from Sam. They don't know what they're doing business-wise, and it's making it way too complicated. So as we speak, Chris, I am hunting around. How about I just blow the whole thing up completely and go back to doing stand-up and dick jokes and making good money performing at Fuddruckers and at titty bars? Jason says, there's nothing wrong with that.
As long as it doesn't conflict with how I make a living, I wish the best of luck at the funny skid marks in Buffalo.
All right, that's it for tonight, folks. I'm tapped. As you can see, I'm shitting blood from my armpits. Go to nickdip.com for all the tour dates. Go see me this weekend, Comics Comedy Club. That's in Mohegan Sun Casino, Uncasville, Connecticut. One show Friday night, 2 Saturday. nickdip.com for all you ticket information. And I thank you guys. Seriously, the show's growing on YouTube and shit. And, so's the tumor in my neck. But we'll see who wins. That is it. You think it. I'll fucking say it. Not on Comedy Central. You're welcome. Here's a little something for you. Take care of yourselves now.